So what got you into music in the first place?
My grandma actually died in a piano accident. Yeah, she was playing Rachmaninoff's Second Concerto, real complicated stuff, when all of a sudden, whoosh, bam, piano lid comes slamming down, takes her hands clean off. Real gross stuff. I was like 5 when it happened, and right before she died, she looked me dead in the eye, and she said, "Lee, come hell or high water, pardon my French, you have to make music." So I mean, I guess I've always had to play. That's not the only reason why, though, I mean, obviously. The average American spends 67 minutes per day eating and or drinking, which means that I'd have around 6,862 minutes to train instead of 7,200. Numbers could be off, though. I eat a majority of my meals in liquid form. It takes out the time needed for chewing that way.
Are you nervous for the performance?
Of course I am. It's like the Olympics, but for uncoordinated neurotics with overbearing parents. I do kind of consider myself an athlete, though, or at least athlete adjacent. I need to maintain peak physical form in order for the music to accurately come out. That's what most people don't get. I'm on a strict training regimen because my teacher always says that nobody believes that you're a capable musician if you don't have at least a six-pack. I do little deadlifts with my fingers sometimes. It makes me feel stronger. I think it gives me an edge over the competition. I've been doing this for as long as I can remember, this whole piano thing. I dropped out of school to focus on it, I missed my senior prom, I've never been on a date because that's too much wasted time when I could be practicing. I haven't watched TV in years. People have always called me obsessive, but if it gets the job done, then I need to do it. Music's always been a part of me, you know? I don't think I know what I'd be without it. It's hard. Ridiculously hard. I mean, I don't want to reveal too much, obviously, because I want you guys at home watching to get the whole picture when it finally happens, you know? It's not the kind of piece you can hear bit by bit. You have to hear it all at once, or else it just isn't as impactful. You just wouldn't get it. It's by far the longest piece I've ever played. The first time I heard it live, it was so beautiful. I got chills all over my body and I almost cried. I hurt my fingers a few minutes ago when I was practicing. Played too fast, hit the keys too hard, something like that. You'd be surprised, it happens a lot with this piece. Lots of fast runs, massive chords, tricky stuff. It's a notoriously difficult melody.
Do you need a band-aid? We have a first aid kit in the trailer.
No, it's fine.
Are any of your friends coming to see you play?
No. I don't really have time for things like that. It's like my mom always says. Fingers are for arpeggios, not for texting. But seriously, I don't really think I need stuff like that. I'm fine on my own, and it's not like I have the time anyway.
And what do you think you would do with your free time once the concert's over?
I don't really think I've thought that far. In general, I'd say I just want to inspire people. I want to help people feel the same way that I did when I first heard this piece. It's a cycle if you think about it. Someone played it for me, I'll play it for someone else, and maybe they'll dedicate their lives to the piano too. Maybe they'll grow up to feel the same way I do now. I'd love that, and I think they would too. I need to do this well, because if I don't, then what was this all for? I funneled my entire life into those moments on the stage, and if I don't do well, then I have nothing to prove for any of the sacrifices I've made. It needs to be perfect, and more than that, it needs to be worth it.
And what happens if that's not what it is?
I don't think I want to talk about this anymore, but I've dedicated my life to this. It has to work at some point, right?
It's the big day. How are you feeling?
Terrified. I've been up since 4:38 this morning. I already played it through 23 times, and I think I've sprained all of my fingers at least once. I think I just need to take a deep breath, focus. This is the moment I've been working for. It's what I've put all of my effort into, and now I get to share it to the people that want to listen to it. I think I just need to remember all of the notes and make sure I got all the rhythms down in my head. It's a pretty complicated piece.